All right. Hey everybody, this is the video that I promised for the Hebrew Level 1 class. So, a couple things to note. This past week we went over two very important things. Number one, the numbers 1 through 10 all the way. And we also went through the first 10 letters of the alphabet. We'll be going over this, just a quick review for each one. A couple things to keep in mind. Always, for the block print, go to pages 132 and 133 for a reference guide of how to write them. This video will be used to show you how to write the first 10 letters, and we'll also be going over the numbers as well. Alright, so without further ado, let's get at it. Alright, here we go. So this is going to be a video of how to write the different letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Okay, so let's pretend that this is our line right here. This is our line that we'll be writing on. In Hebrew, you write from right to left. The first letter is Aleph. Aleph is written like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And let's go over that again, okay? 1, 2, 3. I kind of like this one better. It's a little nicer looking. Okay, the next letter that we have is called Beit. Okay? Beit is written like this. 1, 2. Okay? That's simple. Now, if you remember in class, we went over something called a dagesh. A dagesh is a dot that comes in the center of a letter. Okay? The dagesh in this one is called, what makes the beit make a b sound. Okay? There's another letter. It's basically the same letter as beit, only without the dagesh, it makes a lighter sound. So this letter is beit, and this letter is veit. Okay? B. V. Okay? Kind of like a B sound and a V sound. We remember also, Aleph in and of itself does not make a sound. Okay? Aleph is a silent letter. It takes on the sound that is given to it. Okay, our next letter is called Gimal. For Gimal, you write it like this. 1, 2. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2. 1, 2. Gimal makes the G sound. G. All right, so like similar to our letter G. All right, our next letter is called Dalet. Dalet is written in 2 strokes. 1, 2. All right, 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. Dalet makes the D sound, as in dog, D. Okay, our next letter is called Hey. Hey makes the H sound, as in hallelujah. Okay? Hey is written in 2 strokes. 1, 2. Okay, again. 1, 2. Once more. 1, 2. Okay, now notice one very important thing about the letter Hey. There's a space right here where there's no connection. That's very important. If you make the connection, it creates another letter. We'll learn that one in just a few minutes. All right, our next letter is called Vav. Vav makes the V sound, as in victory. All right, let's write it right here. It's written in fancy print, kind of like this. Okay, but for this class, we will not write it that way. Our book tells us to write it just like this. Okay, Vav. Once more. I'm not even going to write a third one. This is too easy. All right, the 7th letter of the Hebrew alphabet is called Zayin. Zayin makes the Z sound, as in zebra. Zayin is written in 2 strokes. Okay, you have 1, 2. So just like a Vav, except with the little slant stroke on top of it. Okay, so 1, 2. 1, 2. The 8th letter is the one we had fun with in class, called Chet. Chet makes the Ch sound. All right? Get some good practice with it. Okay, Chet is written like this. Just like the letter Hey, except it makes the connection. Okay? There's a connection right here. There's no division. Okay? Again, Chet. 1, 2. Once more. 1, 2. All right, the next letter is called tet. Tet is written in 2 strokes, but you really don't even take your pen off the page. So it goes like 1, 2. Okay? 1, 2. 1, 2. Tet makes the t sound, as in Taylor. And finally, our 10th letter is yod. Okay? Yod is very easy. 1. And that's yod. If there is a vav next to it, that's how yod would look in comparison with vav. Okay? Looks almost like a comma. Okay, so yod. Okay? Once more. Yod. Yod. Yod makes the y sound, like our letter Y. Okay? Yod also in Hebrew means hand. Okay? Yod. Hayad shalcha. Talking to a guy, your hand. Okay, we had some fun doing that, all right? So, let's go over a quick little description about each one just to make sure that we're all on the same page. If you remember from class, Aleph is a silent letter. It does not have a sound of its own, okay? There are certain vowels that we'll be going over this week in class. One of these vowels looks like this. Okay? This vowel underneath here makes the ah sound. Okay? So, if Aleph is a silent letter and this sound makes the ah sound, then Aleph makes ah. Okay, for our next letter, it's a letter called Beit. Okay? Beit and Veit are pretty much family letters. Beit makes the b sound. Veit makes the v sound. Ooh, my wife just called me and I accidentally hung up on her. Alright, good news. I'm okay. She loves me. Alright, carrying on with the video. Okay, so, Beit and Veit make the, are like the same family of letter. Technically the letter is called Beit, but there's a difference, okay? Inside of the letter Beit, you have something called a dagesh. A dagesh is basically a dot that comes in the center of a letter, okay? The dagesh, when placed in the letter Beit, makes it a b sound. It's very sharp. B. Alright? Without the dagesh, the letter turns into a v sound. Hence they call it Veit. Okay? So it's Beit, Veit. Alright? Technically the same letter, but they are separated by this dot or without a dot. There you go. Gimal. Gimal makes the g sound. Okay? Dalet makes the d sound. Okay? Hey makes the h sound. Like how we said earlier, hallelujah. Vav makes the v sound, as in victory. Zayin makes the z sound. Chet makes the ch sound. Tav makes the t sound. And Yod makes the y sound. These are the first 10 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Write them repetitively. Sound them out loud, watch the video that we go over each one and show you just simply naming them out loud so you're familiar with what they're called. Memorize them, write them, get familiar with their sounds, do this on your own. My recommendation is that if you can write out each letter, including Veit as its own separate letter, even though it's technically sort of ish, not a separate ish letter ish, go ahead and write it out as well. Write out each letter about 10 times each a day. And sound them and say them out loud as you write them. Okay? Aleph, 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 Aleph. Each time you write it. And the next day, do it again. That next time, try and say them with their sounds. Beit, B. Veit, V. Aleph. There you go. So, go ahead and practice these for the day. Go throughout the week practicing them. This week is meant to be very light. It's at your leisure. Again, writing them shouldn't take any more than probably 15-ish minutes out of your day. I don't know. Sometimes it'll be longer, sometimes it'll be shorter. But give it a wing. All right. See y'all later. Until next Tuesday, email us if you have any questions. Love you guys. And let's have fun studying the fun language of the Lord together.